Welcome back to another video, badges. My name is BlakeAdoo92. Yeah, you probably knew that because, we have this thing called the YouTube channel, and you clicked on it. So for some reason, the 16 personalities quiz is now a YouTube trend. I don't know why. And as far as I know, if I remember right, I took this quiz in 10th grade. So last year, if I remember right, I took this quiz for a friend that wanted me to take it because he was obsessed with this kind of stuff. So I think I've took this before, and I really wish I still had those results to see if they were different. But we're gonna take it today so we can get all that dank YouTube cash and get all those dank views because everybody's jumping on the train, choo choo, motherfucker. Or because actually you want to know the information and I figured I'd put it in a video. Your jokes are freaking stupid. Alright, so let's just jump right into this. Take our personality test, get a freakishly accurate description of who you are and why you do the things the way you do. So why do you make all that quality content? We have to figure that out. Takes less than 12 minutes, answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer, and try not to leave any neutral answers. Alrighty, let's go and do this quiz. So it's probably going to be a lengthy video, and I'm not going to cut it up a whole bunch. Hopefully, I usually say that, and then I do it anyways, because I'm like that. But hopefully, if we actually get through this quiz, and we talk a lot, and just jump from question to question, we can get through it at a decent amount of time. So let's go. You find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people? Not totally, but yeah, it's easier now than it was before, but it's still kind of difficult, especially when they're just like, hey, what do you do? I was like, I play video games on the internet. You often get so lost in thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings. Disagree. I am very well aware. I'm always aware of my surroundings, which is why at school and that I look around a lot, so I like to know exactly what's happening. And if there was ever to be like a school shooter, like I would probably see him right away. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. Totally agree. Don't stand that crap, especially when it's from crappy YouTubers that need to focus more on keeping their girlfriend from being depressed instead of unsubscribing and subscribing again to my channel. Trying to use that YouTube glitch that doesn't even exist anymore. You find it easy to stay relaxed and focused even when there is some pressure. Slightly disagree. I have a hard time with staying focused and relaxed. It's just something that I have to work on. I still work on it to this day. It used to be a lot, I don't know. Things change, mate. Real life. You're not usually initiate conversations, agree slightly. I mean, it depends on the person. Like, if they're my friend, then sure, I'll walk up and say something to them. But if I don't know them and I'm like, I'm just at somewhere, and I'm not gonna like walk up to people like, hey, how are you? My name is BlakeAdoo92. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity. I rarely do it. I would say slightly disagree. Hopefully I'm not getting any of these backwards. I know that's really annoying and I've seen YouTubers do that, but hopefully I'm not doing that. You feel superior to other people. No, I am a sack of living crap. Being organized is more important to you than being adaptable. Somewhat mainly agree, because I am very organized. I try to keep things where they're supposed to be. I try to keep a clean area. This is all a clean area, except for the cheese box down there, and there's a cord over there, but it's usually pretty clean. I have to get this thing cleaned off a little bit more. And like if I ever get around to like redoing my setups kind of stuff, I need to get the cords managed a bit better and get another cord thing under my desk. That way I can fit all the cords in it and not have them hanging out a little bit. You're usually highly motivated and energetic. I am at school. I think that's why I'm so tired, and that's why I've been like not doing so much. Like during the summer, it was all this. It was all YouTube. And then beginning of the year, I go to 2 schools at the same time now. So I go from 1 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. So I was going to another school, and it was like all new people I didn't know, and I was like kind of afraid, and I was paranoid in that. I'm gonna slightly, I'm gonna agree to some, but at school I am like the funny kid. I make a lot of jokes and stuff. Not so much at my home school, but the other school, like, everyone in the class is basically my friend, and I know everyone in the class and that. And even today, one of my friends said I was the funniest kid in the class, and that's how you know BlakeAdoo92 making that quality content. Even though most of my stuff is just highly offensive things, but it's still funny. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. Winning a debate matters less. So, matters less. Agree. Like, I don't really debate in the first place. unless it's about like a game that I don't think is good, like For Honor. I found it boring when I played it. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people. Disagree. I don't really do that crap. I don't justify it to anyone, and that's why I probably get yelled at a lot. Me, which usually isn't a good thing. Your home and work environments are quite tidy. I would say all the way, but there is sometimes I'm pretty lazy, and I need to clean up more. You do not mind being at the center of attention. I do not mind it, but I usually don't. I usually ain't, but I don't mind being the center of attention. You consider yourself more practical than creative. I disagree slightly. People can rarely upset you. Depends who they are and what it's about. But yeah, for the most part. Especially when it comes to haters on YouTube. It's like, why are you wasting your time hating on a 16-year-old kid that plays video games on the internet? Like, don't you have anything else to do with your life? You think? Maybe? I mean, it's just a thought. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. Yeah. I mean, I don't really travel, but if I were to and I would plan something, it would definitely be well thought out. It is often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. Disagree for the most part. I've been through a lot, so I can understand certain things most of the time. Unless they're like weird things, but we won't talk about that. Your mood can change very quickly. Agree somewhat. Usually it's like a day thing, but it can. In a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. Agree. Like if someone's like with someone or like doing something, I straight up tell them, and usually that's how I lose friends, because I'm too honest. I'm too brutally honest. They're like, oh, I did this artwork, look at my drawing. I'm like, cool. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you like it, that's all that matters. My opinion doesn't matter. You really worry about how your actions affect other people. Disagree slightly. I mean, I don't really do anything that like affects people in a bad way. So, your work style is closer to random energy spikes than the methodical and organized approach. I'm going to say slightly agree with that. Usually it is. Lately, from like YouTube and stuff, from like having that mix with school. But during the summer, it's usually like flatline, like, okay, here you go. Edit, record, edit, record, edit, and try to keep a rhythm going, record a couple of videos at a time if I'm going to be gone or something like that. Edit, and it's usually better during the summer or like during breaks. You're often envious of others. I'm gonna make sure I know what envious means so I don't sound retarded. Oh, that's like jealousy, but not being jealous. Okay. Yeah, usually. For an interesting book or video game is often better than a social event. Agree. The Witcher 3 all day. That's why videos have been not up, because I've been playing The Witcher 3, even though I've owned it since it came out. But now I'm finally playing it like the proper human being should. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. Not totally. I mean, if it's like, like plan screws up, it's not like, oh, stick to the plan. It's just like, improvise if you have to. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas. Disagree. I usually do with certain things. I write books. I make music. I make videos. I do all kinds of crap. So I'm often carried away like, dude, what if I wrote this book? What if I did this? What if I did this? I could make this video. I could do this. I could write this song. This is some good lyrics. It's just like, You often find yourself lost in thought when you're walking in nature. I usually don't walk in nature because I live in town and I don't own any land. But if I would, it'd probably be, yeah. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, start worrying if you said something wrong. Yeah. The same way it is with like messages and stuff, like especially if they've seen the message, like on Facebook Messenger, they've seen it and then they don't reply, and you're just like, oh my god, what did I do? Oh my god. As a parent, you'd rather see your child grow up kind than smart. Agree. I'm not sure what your definition of smart is. Being kind to others is a lot better. I don't want like some smart sack of crap. You do not let other people influence your actions. Disagree slightly. It depends on like different things. Like in real life, not really. But like YouTube wise, it's like, oh yeah, this is popular. This is what people like. All right, I'll try it out. And usually I play the stuff that's popular. Well, not very much, but like, like this thing right here, like people enjoy it and make the content for the people that enjoy it. Your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its events. Yeah, usually they are. They're usually like very story driven dreams, which is weird. It's like, that's how I get a lot of my book ideas and stuff, is from just dreams, and they're like realistic and like they actually have a story. It's not just random crap. It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace. Disagree. I'm not in any school clubs. I'm not in any sporting events. I don't do anything like that. You're more of a natural improviser than a careful planner. Slightly disagree. I make a plan, but then, I usually follow it loosely. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Slightly agree, sadly. You enjoy going to social events that involve dress up or role-playing activities. I would. I've never actually been to one. But yeah, sure. I think they're really cool. I enjoy going to those and maybe doing some kind of crank gameplay as cosplay. What's up, my cranky? You often spend time exploring unrealistic and practical yet intriguing ideas. Yeah. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. Slightly disagree. You're a relatively reserved and a quiet person. Depends where I'm at and who I'm with. I'm with people I don't know sitting in class in a science seat. Yeah. If I'm with my quality friends, then it's just joke after joke after joke. Relatively, I would say I disagree. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. Yeah, even when I was like doing a tasking to save up for my computer and stuff and start YouTube, if I was like a checker which walked behind and like made sure people are doing their job, like if they missed some, I had a hard time telling them that they're doing a bad job or saying that they missed them, and that I don't know, I just don't like to hurt people's feelings and say that they're doing bad, which is kind of hypocritical because I just said it I'm brutally honest, but I don't know. It depends what it is, I guess. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence all the time. Why am I here? Why am I dead? I should be dead. Logic, good rapper, is usually more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. No, I usually follow what my heart says. You know what I mean, boys? Somewhat, yeah. You still need logic in there. Great rapper. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. For me, slightly disagree because I have to do school, I have to make videos, I have to do dishes every day, I have to shower, and I have to make sure I do everything on time. Make sure I do my stuff that I have to do. If your friend is sad about something, you are most likely to offer emotional support, then suggest ways to deal with the problem. Slightly disagree. I'm not good at emotional support unless I'm there with them, and if they're a male, then I have a hard time with that because I don't touch other guys because I find it very awkward and weird. You rarely feel insecure. Strongly disagree. I'm insecure all the time, even while making this video with how ugly I am. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. No difficulty? Disagree. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. I disagree. I try to incorporate their ideas with my ideas. If they're doing something totally wrong and I know that they're going to get the answer wrong for some kind of project, I'm like, no, this is what it is. I swear to God. You think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they're supported by facts or not. I'm assuming by supported by facts, stuff like that, they're meaning religion and stuff like that. It's oh yeah, I believe in God. It's just some people are just yeah, there's no proof of that, stuff like that. But in general, I mean, everyone's view should be respected. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what it is, though. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people? Oh yeah, usually. You frequently misplace your things? No, not really. Usually I have a general idea of where it is, because I have a small room in that. I don't actually own that much stuff except for big things. What you see here, this is half my room. You see yourself as a very emotionally stable? No, not really. You find it. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. Always making plans. Always need to write this book. Always need to do stuff like that. You would not call yourself a dreamer. I would not. Disagree. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people. Slightly agree. It's gotten a lot better since I've done YouTube stuff. Before, I would be shaking the entire time when I had a school project I had to present. Shaking the entire freaking time and shaking when I'm up there and breaking my freaking voice and cracking all over the place is terrible. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. Slightly agree. You worry too much about what other people think. It depends on what it is. I would say I slightly disagree. I still want to please people and I still want people to enjoy what I do, and I don't want to be rude and disrespectful to people, especially in real life. But I still I still take feedback and stuff like that. But if people are just boy, your videos suck. You don't even know me, mate. You don't know anything about me. If the room is full, you stay closer to the walls, avoiding the center. I don't really see the big deal with that. I guess somewhat agree. Yeah, at the school dances, I usually am towards one side. I usually don't go in the middle. But they have the path in the middle for the Homecoming King and stuff like that, and the Queen and all those stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I mean. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there's not enough time to do everything. It depends what it is, but yeah, slightly disagree. Slightly agree, I mean. You feel very anxious in stressful situations. Yeah. You believe that it's more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. I mean, yeah, I try to be liked by others, but you know, some people don't like my humor. They think my videos are stupid and stuff like that. And if you don't like them, then don't watch them. Don't be coming. Like, I don't understand the people that are just like, oh, your videos suck. I freaking hate you. Especially like the kids that like don't like you in real life for no reason when you know, like there's no reason to. Especially usually when it's like when they can't take a joke. So it's just like, why do you come back every time I upload and try to dislike the video or like do something like that, you know, like what are you wasting your time with? You've always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things, an example, and yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You often take initiative in social events. Nah, not really. I don't know. Results. Let's see what we got here, boys. This is a long freaking video. Alright, I'm an advocate. Mind is like almost half and half. Energy is a bit more intuitive. Nature is more feeling than thinking. And tactics are more judging than prospecting. Identity is more turbulent. Start reading. Let's see what we got here. The advocate personality type is very rare, making up less than 1% of the population. But they nonetheless leave their mark on the world. As members of the diplomat role group, advocates have an unborn sense of idealism and mortality, but what sets them apart is that they're not ideal dreamers, but people capable of making concrete steps to realize their goals and make a lasting positive impact. Exactly why we do what we do. Help me help you. Advocates indeed share a unique combination of traits. Though soft-spoken, they have very strong opinions and will fight tirelessly for an idea they believe in. Not tirelessly, but you know. They have decisive and strong-willed, but will rarely use that energy for personal gain. Exactly. Advocates will act with creativity, imagination, conviction, and sensitivity, not to create advantages, but to create balance. Live to fight another day. Really, though, is more important for advocates to remember to take care of themselves. The passion of their convictions is perfectly capable of carrying them past their breaking point if their zeal gets out of hand. If they find themselves exhausted, unhealthy, or stressed, this becomes especially apparent when they find themselves up against conflict and criticism. Their sensitivity forces them to do everything they can to evade these seemingly personal attacks, but when circumstances are unavoidable, they can fight back. Like, really, though, it's important for them to take care of themselves. That's why I miss a lot of videos, usually lately. Like, I'm really tired lately, and, you know, I just don't feel good. I'm not comfortable with myself. And, you know, it's just like, I need to take care of myself instead of trying to push out a crappy video. Advocates, Martin Luther King. So I'm the next Martin Luther King. I'm the Tupac of YouTube. Alright, strengths and weaknesses. Creative, obviously. Insightful. Inspiring and convincing. Decisive. Determined and passionate. Weaknesses. I'm sensitive. I'm extremely private. I'm a perfectionist. I'm always need to have a cause and can burn out easily. So true. Like, sensitive. I'm not really sensitive, really. I mean, yeah, if there's like hundreds of people saying like, you know, you suck, you're annoying, you're stupid, then yeah, you know, but like if it's just one or two people, especially when they're, you know, they don't make any sense and they hate you for no reason, then I don't really care. Extremely private, tend to present themselves as accumulation of an idea. That is partially because they believe in this idea, but also because advocates are extremely private when it comes to their personal lives, using their image to keep themselves from having to truly open up, even to close friends. Trusting a new friend can be even more challenging. Yeah, usually I have really hard trust issues with a lot of people because of different things that have happened in the past. So, you know, I guess I am extremely private, especially since I'm a YouTuber. I know I can't just open up and be like, oh yeah, this is where I live, I go here. I can't say that stuff, otherwise people, especially like, if I get bigger, then, you know, they're gonna like come to my house and crap like that. Perfectionist, of course. Always need to have a cause. Usually, I'm really a why kind of person, if you get what I mean. Like, oh yeah, we have to do this. Why? Like, I need to have a reason to do what I do. And can burn out easily. You've seen that by my videos, where I'm gone for a couple days and that at a time usually. Lately, especially, but usually it's just like, oh yeah, I'm hyped up. Freaking videos, record 7 in one day, edit all of them back to back. Here we go, boys. And then it's just like the next week's like, I can do it tomorrow. I can edit when I wake up in the morning before it goes up. Oh, I can do this. I can do it later. And it's like, just do it now. When it comes to romantic relationship, advocates take the process of finding a partner seriously. Yeah. Getting to the point can sometimes be a challenge for potential partners, especially if they are the impatient type, as advocates are often perfectionists and picky. People with this personality type aren't easily talked into something they don't want, and if someone doesn't pick up on that, it's a trespass that is unlikely to be forgiven, particularly in the early stages of dating. Even worse is if a suitor tries to resort to manipulation or lying, as advocates will see right through it, and if there's anything, they have a poor tolerance for the relationship. But anyways, this has been going on way too long, so I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the video, hopefully. Have a good day, guys. Woo!